Welcome YouTube. This is Sir Daniel 1975 and I am here to start lesson 1.3. And lesson 1.3 is going to cover several things. Okay, so one's going to be more seven chords um, with a minor seven chord, and then the one chord also being a dominant seven chord is going to be in this particular version of the play along. And then also we're going to introduce the pentatonic scales. Okay, and so that's going to be a something that is very useful in starting out learning to improvise. Okay, so let's get right to it. The chords. So you can see them in front of you right now. Hopefully, you know how to read music, which is also, if you haven't figured out by now in these videos that I'm doing, if you do not know how to read music, there's nothing I can do to help you. You're going to have to go learn to read music first. So, anyway, we're doing a 1-7 chord, a 2 minor 7 chord, a 4-7 chord, and a 5-7 chord. So that would be the 1-7 chord would be the B flat 7, the 2 minor 7 chord would be the C minor 7, the 4-7 chord will be the E flat 7, and the 5-7 chord will be the F7. Okay, so uh, they are there for you to see the bottom row in the electric guitar part, and I'm going to be talking in concert pitch, so I don't have to explain everything. Just know that use your part. If you're a trumpet player or a tenor sax, use the B flat part. If you're an alto or an E flat player, use the alto saxophone part. And if you're a trombone or whatever, you use the trombone part. So there we go. So in the B flat 7 chord, we got a B flat, D, F, and an A flat. In the C minor 7 chord, which is our introduction of a minor 7 chord for the first time in this exercises that we are doing, is a C, E flat, G, B flat. Okay, so let me go and play those two chords for you on my trusty trumpet here with a mute. That's your B flat 7 chord, and that is your C minor 7 chord. And then we're going to, of course, go back in the 4-7 chord, which is your E flat 7. And then your 5-7 chord, which is your F7. All right, there you go. So those are what those chords sound like, okay? And now to do the pentatonic scales. And so these are the pentatonics that fit over those chord changes, okay? So basically, if you understand the number system, which starts from the root of a note or the root of the note of a chord or the root of the note of the key, they're basically 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. That is the pattern of a pentatonic scale. What the note that's missing in that lineup would be the fourth scale degree. Okay, so in the case of the B flat, the note in the B flat 7 chord, the note that's missing is E flat. It's not that it's missing, it's if you're thinking in this term as going to write up the notes of the scale. So I'll play the B flat 7. Okay, and then your C minor 7, which is missing an F because it's a pentatonic scale. You don't have the 4 scale degree. It's 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Okay, has a nice interesting sound, the minor version of that. Okay, and then we come over here to the E flat 7 chord, your 4-7 chord, and the okay, and then we're going to do our fifth one, which is the 5-7, the F7, and it's going to be your F7 or your F pentatonic scale, okay? And that's how that sounds, okay? So that's going to be very handy dandy in here, okay? So in this particular play along that we've got here, it's it is upgraded, okay? So I've done this play along so that it is in the format of how you would play a tune with a jazz band in public, like a jazz combo or a trio or something like that. So basically, you play the head of the tune, the actual melody, twice, okay? So that gets repeated, and you see that, okay? And then the middle section, it's the same chord changes and everything, but this is where you solo. And in here, I've put in an exercise that helps train to learn pentatonic scales. And it's a standard exercise that is taught in all kinds of jazz education books. I think it's in the Coker book, but most jazz educators teach it in school, particularly college. So it goes like this. And I tagged on the downbeat of what would be the repeat, which would be a concert B flat as it resolves. So let me just get ahead here so you can see what that looked like. So when the 5 chord comes in right here at the F7, that's where the pattern changes a little bit. Do da 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 do da. And the important thing here that we're playing, I'm going to play that again for you. That right there is what's called your 2-5 turnaround, okay? And it's you have a minor 2 chord and a 5 dominant chord, which is something that harmonically springs you back or brings you back to the beginning of the tune, okay? And this was something that was missing in the other exercises. I admitted it on purpose because I didn't want to overwhelm anybody right away, but now we're starting to put this in because it's important, okay? You need that in there harmonically, help get you back to the beginning of the tune, okay? So that'll be in there. And then, of course, after you do your solo sections, and every one of these repeats in this exercise will repeat twice, okay? Then you play the melody again. And the melody is a different rhythm we've been doing because I wanted to teach the spit-it rhythm, okay? It's common in like a lot of Count Basie charts, and you'll find it in other people's arrangements and compositions too, but yeah, you hear how that goes. So that is just a really basic thing. Just follow it along. I'm going to let the computer do the playing this time around um, because I don't have any rooftop accents in here. So it's going to play the articulations relatively correct. Okay, so that's your look over of that. So once you play the melody 2 times again for the end of the tune, you'll have what's called a tag ending, and this is very common, especially with a 12-bar blues. Last 4 bars. In this case, I didn't repeat the melody rhythm. I put in the pentatonic pattern, okay, to help spell some things out and to kind of get people back into that thinking about things that will fit over those chord changes, okay? So and that's the only dot that's in the thing, and that's okay. But and so that's kind of a real basic way of ending a tune. I could have ended it like this. I could have ended it simple like that, but I wanted to do a little. And I'm going to push play, and you all are going to have your chance to play along with this. Come on. Okay. All right. Let me make sure it's on that and give you a nice clean second. Okay, now we're going to start the play along.